Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 25th of February. I can't believe how quickly this year is already flying by. But if you are new to my channel, on the 25th day of every month, I share Christmas tags that I've made for that month. So I'm very excited that this is my 4th year of creating and sharing Christmas tags on my YouTube channel. And the reason I originally started doing this is because I was never really finished with crafting for Christmas. And I really wanted to continue to use all my Christmas crafting supplies during the year. And I thought, well, it would be a great idea to just make tags all year long. And so that's what I do. I make tags, and then on the 25th day of each month, I share the tags that I've made for that month. So it's a great way to get in there and really use my Christmas crafting stash. I have papers and stamps and dies that are just waiting to be used for a Christmas project, and so tags are the way to go for me. So let me start out by showing you some of the supplies that I used for this month, and then I'll show you the tags that I created. Now, probably the number one question that I get when I show my Christmas tags is, what die did you use to make those tags? And sometimes I use a die, usually a tag die, and sometimes I free cut the tags, and sometimes I use a die that's not even designed for tags, and that was what I did this month. I broke out these Hero Arts nesting rectangle dies, and look at how many dies you get in this collection from Hero Arts. I love their nesting dies because you get a great variety of sizes that you can use for all kinds of projects. But in this case, I wanted to use these to create some tags, so that's what I did. And so they're just nesting rectangles. You may have some other brand in your stash that you can bust out, or as I say all the time, you might not even need a die to create a tag. You can sometimes make the most beautiful tags by just free cutting them, and just cut the corners if you want that shape. Use your hole punch and put a simple hole. You know, maybe you don't even want to add a hole if you're using it maybe in a journal, or you might be using it on another project and using it maybe even in a tuck spot, tucking it into a card so someone can use it as a bookmark. So many different ways to create really beautiful designs on tag shapes. But in this case, for this month, I used the Hero Arts nesting rectangle, and several of these actually to design my tags for this month. Now for the paper for my tags, I wanted to use this Craft Smart paper collection that was available several years ago, and I know so many of my crafting friends from YouTube have this collection. It was available in 12 by 12, it was available in 6 by 6. I think they brought it back multiple years. It's Safe Freeze. You may recognize it. Absolutely beautiful color palette of traditional Christmas colors. Greens, reds, it has the poinsettias, some holly, classic sayings, some snowmen, the red truck, just a really pretty paper collection. And, you know, I just decided I'd break that out this month to make my tags. And I chose this poinsettia sheet, the holly, and then I actually chose a sheet that most of the design was around the corners of it. So it was one of the larger sheets that, you know, you often struggle with. Well, in fact, it's this one right here. You know, how am I going to create with this? You know, what am I going to do? If I do calligraphy, I can write Merry Christmas in the center and then frame it. But if not, you know, so many people struggle with these. Well, I decided to, because the corners all around the edge here are just so gorgeous. There's even glitter there. And I decided to use some of this for my tag as well. So, you know, there's a lot of ways to use your paper, pads and to get the most out of them. I also used one of the cut apart pages, and this is another thing that a lot of my crafty friends say that they struggle with using. You know, once I cut these up, then what do I do? Well, they would be beautiful on a full-size slimline card, the bottom of a regular traditional card. This burr would be so cute on a winter journal page. And again, that has that special glitter embedded into it. It doesn't come off. And Snow Blessed is just an adorable saying. I could see cutting that. And my favorite size cards are 4x4. That would be so sweet on the front of a 4x4. I would even cut that to include some of this red and white background along with the beautiful green glitter at the top. So there's a lot of ways to use these. I call them paper washi strips, and they're fun on a lot of projects. But what I did for my tags is I decided to use these center ones that had Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Warm Wishes, Noel, Wonderful. And I just took a circle scallop die from my collection and laid that over that and just cut that out. So if you have a hole punch that's a circle or a square, you know, you can cut them out as well. But, you know, I just used some dies. So that was a great way to use those as well. So there's so much here that can be used. This is a really pretty paper collection. So let's get into it and I'll show you the tags that I created. So here's a look at my first tag, and for the base I used a red foil cardstock that I had in my stash. This is that gold Lawn Fawn glitter paper, and then paper from that Save Freeze collection. Here's some Martha Stewart ribbon that I had in my stash that also was very glittery. And then here you can see I just cut out that little cut apart from the Save Freeze collection. I backed that again on a soft white glitter cardstock as well. And here's a back of the tag, and I just stamped a Merry Christmas there. I did not punch holes in these because I may just decide to tuck these into gift bags or send them along in a Happy Mail package. So I opted not to punch a hole in them and add a string because I didn't think I would be tying them, and I instead decided to use the ribbon as a decoration behind that little cut apart. So you can see how pretty this present paper is from the Save Freeze collection. It has some glitter to it, and it had a little bit of green glitter dots there that almost look like they were stickles, but they're not. And just absolutely love that. I love the traditional Christmas colors, and I love red foil paper. So that is my first tag. And here's my second tag, and it's the same type of a design, only this time I used green foil paper, and then the gold Lawn Fawn paper, and then this is that beautiful poinsettia paper from the Save Freeze. But look at all the glitter that is embedded in that page with the poinsettia on it. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all that green glitter. That was already part of the paper. So I love that. And then I cut out the Happy Holidays and then back that on some silver cardstock there for that second one. And then the same Martha Stewart ribbon. Again, I stamped the back. I always add a heavy duty piece of 110-pound cardstock for a white background, and then I can always sign this as well. And that's a look at my second tag. And here's my third tag, and probably my favorite because I love that Noel. This is again the red foil, the gold, and that's the Save Freeze paper with the beautiful green background with the red holly and little snowflakes. I just thought it was very sweet. I thought the Noel went beautifully because it's almost like a little wreath. And I back that on some green glitter paper, and that complements the ribbon as well. And these are the perfect size for tucking into a gift bag or in a package. So that's another look at the 3 Christmas tags that I made for this month. Please be sure to check out my description box for the tags that I created for January. And then you can also check out the playlist of my past years of making Christmas tags and sharing them on the 25th day of every month. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button, ring the bell notification, and be sure to leave me a comment and let me know what you're creating. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.